Yes, we are back again in Train Sim World 6, back again on the Birmingham to Crewe route, or Crewe to Birmingham, where last time we did a couple of four-line runs between Birmingham and Crewe to Birmingham. This time I'm going to do a couple of the shorter runs. Going to start out in a Class 323 and make our way to Wolverhampton, jump into a 170, go back to Birmingham, then jump in a Voyager as far as Stafford, and then I've got no idea. We'll find out if we can leave Stafford or we'll forever be abandoned in Stafford. For those watching on YouTube, hello. How you doing? This is going out on a Saturday because that's the day it's going out. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get the route. There'll be a link down there to the Twitch page where you can watch me live on Twitch doing this and all sorts of things. And a link down there to the Discord server. Good evening then to Trent, to Sim, to Semicolon. To Nigel, alright, name's Nige, to Tigger with the bouncy thing, McBonio and Stokio. Last time then, yeah, we did a couple of four-line runs in the 350 up and down. This time we're going to do more of the exploration of the things you can do if you've got the layering turned on. I will go through the route plan again because that's the thing I'm doing. So this is the route, Birmingham to Crewe. 350 as standard. There is layering with the 390 Pendolino, the 220 Voyager, some freight stuff and more stuff as on there. We'll go through it quickly. If you've got the Cardiff network installed, you'll get some runs in the 150 and a little bit of a shunty thing in the 153. If you've got Midland Mainline installed, you'll get some shunty stuff in the 158. If you've got Cross City installed, you'll get a 170 run and the 323 one, which we're going to do shortly. 350s come as standard with this. The Pendolino is from West Coast Mainline South, so you'll get a four-line run and some shorter runs in that. If you've got the East Coast main line, Peterborough to Doncaster, there'll be some Flying Scotsman stuff. There's some LMS stuff from the Spirit of Steam. Voyager is from the Riviera line. The 66 is from Manchester Airport Commuter. The 66 EWS is everywhere. The 86 is from West Coast main line over Shap. And so is the 87. So again, do recommend that if you're into the UK stuff, install all your routes because you'll get this layering. Which is rather cool. But we're going to start out with the 323. And we're going to do a run from Birmingham to Wolverhampton. We'll change the month so it can become a bit lighter. It's a 7:05 in the evening. So not a very long run. But see the things you can do in the other trains. The next train will be running late again. Probably if I've got anything to do with it. There's a good chance. I do like the 323. I did used to like going on the 323s in and around the Birmingham area. Right. Let's pause the track IRs. Let's get some volume up. Shove my thing in. Reverser into forward. Have we got windows? We have got windows. We'll open that then. Anyone know where the lights are in this thing? Oh, we're on night already. Okay, unlock doors. Do you mind? Do you mind with the camera? Do you mind with the camera collisions? Thank you. You gotta love Unreal, don't you? So yes, we're next to a Pendolino, another one in over there as well. So where's this thing going? So we're stopping at Smethwick. It's gonna be one of those, isn't it? Smethwick Wharf Street. No, Smethwick Rolfe Street. Smethwick Galton Bridge. Sandwell and Dudley, Dudley Port, Tipton, Cosley and Wolverhampton. So a few stops. Hello. What do we have here then? Amy Lou trying to be a policeman from the 1950s. I was thinking, what wasn't Rolf the name of the dog in the Muppets? Was that Rolf? I could be wrong. Right, obviously we're not going to get any on-train announcements in this because it doesn't have any. But we will get station announcements along the way. Right, 3.2 miles to Smethwick Rolfe Street. Yeah, that is completely different, Sim. Vastly different, in fact. Can you tell where he is yet? So yeah, so this is the stopping bit. Obviously, when we were doing the 4-line runs yesterday, I did say we will do a route that stops at some of these intermediate stations. And this does that. So again, it opens up more of this route. As we make our way out into the depths of Birmingham, well, towards Wolverhampton, in it. Is that where the tram goes? Does the tram go to Wolverhampton? I think that's where we got it. We went to Wolverhampton to get on the tram, and it only went about 3 stops because they're doing engineering works. Oh yeah. There we go. I always forget to do that. Force of habito. Yeah, it could also be that INI mod that I'm using. Tuesday night sights of Smethwick. That's something to look forward to, isn't it? Oh, we're going to go round to Smethwick tonight, we are. Oh, it's going to be fab. I think I've been to Smethwick. Yes, I am running a mod which modifies my game engine as far as lighting is concerned. Which makes it does look? No, that's not words. Which makes it look does, isn't it? Why not Tuesday? Better, yes. Right, so it's going to be weird now not having the station announcements because I've kind of got used to those. The next train's going to be Smethwick. The next train's not going to... No, the next train isn't going to be Smethwick. The next stoppy place is going to be Smethwick. The next train's going to be a train. Or some kind of, like, bus, coach replacement service. You'll probably hear, spelt wrong, the Stafford ones, yeah. You're shouting a bit there. $3.50 going in. Do I need to lay down? Lay down, Sally. Put you in my arms. Da, 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 da. I'm in a good mood, leave me alone. Just ordering on Steam, I say. How very posh. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly be arriving at Smethwick. This train doesn't stop here. Wait, no, hang on. This train should stop here. I mean, it doesn't terminate here. Hopefully we'll stop at Smethwick. You never know, though. The driver's an idiot. We might stop. We might not. We'll find out in about 900 yards. Because I can't remember what the braking's like on this train. So yes, the plan is we're doing this run in the 323 from Birmingham New Street to Wolverhampton. Then we'll take a 170 back into New Street. Then we'll do a Voyager run as far as Stafford. And then see if there's anything we can do from Stafford. See if we can get to Crewe. The end of the line. We could go to the end of the line, as the travelling Wilburys once said. Yeah, that could be difficult, Stokey. Right, we've now arrived at Smithick. Where I'm going to be stopping really early.
Platform 2 for the 1913 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton, calling at Smethick Galton Bridge, Sandwell and Dudley, Dudley Port, Tipton, Cosley and Wolverhampton.
I go. So, station announcements, even just having those make a big difference to this. I do like that. They are quite nice. As is the 323. Right, lock doors. We just don't get the announcements on board the train. I really do hope that at some point in the future we get them. What's the word I'm thinking of? On older things. Right, Smithick Galton Bridge is next. That's the one on multi-levels, which I thought was quite cool when we went there for the first time. It's like a stack of railway lines up and down stairs to various platforms. A bit like if anyone's been to Worcestershire Parkway station, I quite like that because that's just a station built to link two lines. And I've spent a bit of time hanging around there for a train, about an hour I think last time. Right, Smithick Galton Bridge is next. Not very much of a distance. I can't words, can I? I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. The drive is slightly broken. There isn't much of a distance, is what I was menting to say. Oh wow. People have called Worcestershire Parkway the worst station in Europe. I quite liked it. I thought it was a quite modern station. God, I've been to worse. It's not a lot to do when you're there for an hour. Just wander around.
Oh, yeah.
Wander around, have a wee and wait for your train. A Celtic Clover. I was about to say hang on, or is that Celtic Lover? Lover. 1. Thanks for the follow. Or it could be Celtic Clover 1. Isn't that the buttery stuff? Right, Sandwell and Dudley is next in 1.3 of the miles. What's a Celtic lover? Someone that loves Celt. It is Celtic lover. Well, if you're spelling Celtic with a K in your by actually spelling it, and then surely you've got a bit of a keyboard sort of thing. I was thinking of Celtic lover but I was thinking of kelp. It's like the seaweedy stuff in it. Let's get on the rails and go past a red. Well, maybe tomorrow. Hi. Right, we've less than a mile to Sandwell und Dudley. That's a train. Why have you stopped, train? Hello! There's a stopped 170. What game is this? Minecraft. Oh, hang on. We got a queue of trains going the other way. That's slightly concerning. Oh, that's a lot of brakes. Yeah, why is there is something broken?
Service to Wolverhampton.
Yeah, I think something's broken. Because, well, there was nothing in the last station. We will have a look at the map while we're waiting to board the passengers type things and see what's holding them up. Well, no, they're going the other...
Platform 2 for the 1917 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton, calling at Dudley Port, Tipton, Cosley and Wolverhampton.
Right, so that's us. We got that one stopped there on the red. We got that one stopped there on the red.
Is the 1917
That's just
West
stopped.
Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton.
Yeah,
calling
stop
at
off path.
Tipton, Cosley and Wolverhampton.
Yeah, it's...
Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 2 for the 1917 West Midlands Railway
I've removed that
service
train.
to Wolverhampton, which is ready to leave.
In theory now... Yeah, there you go. That's going now. So, one of the AIs got a bit stuck. Oh, you're ready to leave. That's us, isn't it? Hang on, I've got to close the doors. Don't try and pull off with the doors open. Dudley. Right, now we're late. 2 miles to Dudley Port. Can we get a mod to add the word delayed to the announcement? It does actually say if you're late on the board. We'll have a look at the board when we get to Dudley or Dudley Port and see what it says. I don't know if the announcements will actually say that the delayed service. Does Dudley have a port? It's his drink. He drinks so much of it, he's got to have his own separate station for it. Interesting to see now how far back the next train is. Oh, there's one there. So they should be spacing themselves out a little bit now, hopefully. That was a 150. All the sights of the canals near Dudley on a lovely summer's evening. Oh, but it's glorious walking down there, isn't it? You're out, love. I've gone all northern. You're out, love. We're going to take a walk down to the canal. Some people from up north that have moved to Birmingham. You're out, love. Are you northern or from Birmingham? I don't know. You've gone all Peter Kay. Don't leave, I had Doncaster. Look, it takes a lot to be this skilled. It's the pressure. And the pressure. Exactly. Yeah, I know. Skilled. Okay. Special. What game is this? Minecraft. Skilled to being daft. Oh, he is special, I is. Right, we're now breaking into Dudley Port. I think just someone who can't read stream titles, Connor. Do you put many accents on your CV? Updated my CV the other weekend. Right. Does it say... No, it says we're on time. That font, though, that's a bit weird, isn't it? Yeah, it does say we're on time currently. And the next one coming the other way is on time as well. Right, lock doors. Right, Tipton. Oh, I've been to Tipton. How late do you need to be considered to be delayed? I should imagine a couple of minutes, because it's the UK. Probably about half an hour, I would have thought, being the UK. No, your train's on time. Not that stops at every single stop between here and Crewe, no. This is all stops to Wolverhampton. Oh God, really? I enjoy making him suffer the adverts. Thank you, Connor. Right, Tipton is the next stop. Yeah, this little stopping service, although it's not a long stopping service, does make a difference to the route. Because you're not just doing flat out runs then. I've got to say, it's looking rather nice as it's getting duskier. Hi, Barry. Yeah, why didn't I change the INI files a long time ago? That looks so good.
Platform 2 for the 1923 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton, calling at Cosley and Wolverhampton.
Well, Nigel, you're going to have to just resubscribe each month on both of them, aren't you? It's fine. You've started it now.
The train at Platform 2 is the 1923 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton, calling at Wolverhampton only. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready to leave. Platform 2 for the 1923 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton, which is ready to leave.
Hang on, that said we were calling it Wolverhampton only, and that the first announcement said we're stopping at Cosley first. Is it confused? Did it forget about Cosley? Because we're stopping at Cosley. So yeah, we just pretend we don't stop at Cosley. We don't talk about Cosley. Been here a lot longer, never used your free Prime sub before. It is worth it. If you're an Amazon Prime member, you do get a free Twitch Prime. That's why I leave that thing in going around. People don't know. You can support the channel. It doesn't cost you a thing. Just a couple of clicks of your mouse. And it keeps me supplied in jelly babies. They know I'll miss the platform. What sort of person do you think I am? I am much talented. Don't answer that. What do you do at a red light? Stop. Well, ideally before it. You don't go through the red light and go, oh, it's a red light. Because who would do that? Do you think I'm some sort of idiot? Don't answer that. If you're new to the channel, by the way, you're new to the streams, hello, welcome. They are always this random. Every Tuesday night I do something in Train Sim. Tomorrow night, hang on, no, you've got a few minutes yet before I'm going to tell you what's coming up tomorrow. You have to hang around and find out. We're now arriving at Cosley. So we left New Street, going to Wolverhampton in the 323. We're going to do a return run in the 170. Then we're going to jump in a Voyager and go from Birmingham to Stafford. And then I've got no idea. We'll find out if there's anything we can jump in from Stafford and see if we can make our way up to Crewe. But I think I'm actually so impressed with this route that you're going to be seeing more of this next Tuesday. When I record to YouTube, do you find it strange you're not talking to no one, but on Twitch talking to us? When I first started doing YouTube, that was the difficult bit. It was really difficult to actually be able to talk at no one, but continue to talk. I've mastered it now. I can just waffle on for a long time now. It gets more sensible answers on YouTube. No, I've just got to think differently. And I can, because sometimes the chat isn't engaging on here. Depends on what games there is and what people are doing. So I just have to just waffle on, because there could be people watching that aren't typing. So I can't just presume just because chat stopped typing that no one's watching. So that's the same thing I do with YouTube. I just waffle on. This Friday, because I'm off work, I'm going to record sort of 6 or 7 YouTube videos. You've got to be in the right frame of mind, which I am currently. I did get into a habit of not being in the frame of mind to record YouTube, but because I'm in a really good mood at the moment, I'm actually looking forward to recording some content. Right, 3 miles to Wolverhampton. And we'll have a look and see if there's something going back to Birmingham around this time. Just getting up. No, do something a bit lighter rather than do a dark run, because there's nothing to see in the dark. In the dark, you'll find us. But yeah, really I'm liking the route. One I can definitely recommend purchasing. If you're into your UK stuff. And another piece of the West Coast Main Line done. So I think next week, if we do this, I think we'll have to do some IET, maybe the 150, and then maybe we'll jump in a steam train. Dun dun dun. You won't get the announcements in the 150 though. You'll hear the station announcements, but you won't get the on-train announcements. You'll only get those in the 350s. I always wanted to do that train route. Is it Barford? Barmouth. I drove to Barmouth a few years ago and did Barla Lake and then went to Barmouth. That was a lovely day. It was a long day. And then there's a train line that comes into Barmouth, isn't there, that goes across like a really long bridge on the way in. That's one of those awesome routes to do. Nope. Not turning into a train person. Not turning into a train person. Not turning into a train person. Right, double yellows. Ah, okay, it was that one. Oh, that makes sense then, doesn't it? Tomorrow night, new game time. Going to be doing Seafarer the Ship Sim tomorrow. I've not played it, not looked at it, not fired it up. So that'll be a first. Hopefully it's better than the game we did last week. Thursday night, we have got some OMSI. I'm going to be down in the West Country doing some routes down there. Friday night, we're back in ETS2 doing some trucking, carrying on with the Ford F-Max. I think we'll make it easier for music on Friday because you all got confused last week. So I think we'll go back to the alphabet thing. Songs or artists starting or with the letter A. just to, because you got confused. At the moment, don't plan on being here on Saturday. Depends on what time I get back from that there London. But we'll certainly be here twice on Sunday. Once at lunchtime with some farming and once on Sunday night with something. And then we'll also be here on Monday as well next week with, I think, some Train Sim Classic, because that's getting a core update. So we'll have a little look at that. Training, busing, shipping, lorrying. Exactly. Put a bit of flight. There's an idea. Haven't done some flying in a while. It's very dark and moody. Right, so into Wolverhampton. In the 323. We'll go back to the menu and then grab a 170. Did you just apply the brake? Thank you. Why did you apply the brakes? I was doing like not a lot of miles an hour. Right, so I don't know if the 170 will stop at those same stops on the way back, or whether it will just be a straight through.
Wolverhampton, Crewe, Warrington Bank, Wigan North Western, Preston, Lancaster, Penrith North Lakes.
Yeah, so again, one of those things, definitely if you've got the Birmingham Cross City installed, then you will get this service as an extra one that you can do.
Platform 5 for the 1932 West Midlands Railway service to Wolverhampton, calling at Wolverhampton only. The train at platform 5.
Why are they announcing a train that goes to Wolverhampton when we're in
West Midlands Railway service
Wolverhampton?
to Wolverhampton, calling at Wolverhampton only. Will passengers
Winter
be
Wonderland.
boarding
I went to Winter Wonderland
Please join the train now, as it
the
is
first 2 years it was on when it was free
for the
and you could just wander in. It was brilliant.
West Midlands Railway
And now they started to charge for it, so no thanks. Right. So that was the trip. Birmingham, New Street to Wolverhampton. Now we'll do Wolverhampton back to Birmingham. Yeah, it's a shame. I think more people would attend if you didn't have to pay. Right. Timmy table. 170. We will do that one. Wolverhampton to Birmingham. Is there any difference between the... No. Same thing, different train. I'm just seeing if there is a difference. Wolverhampton. Why is that taking 33 minutes? That's interesting. They're longer. I'm going to do that one. It's London. There are free tickets during the weekdays. Well, that's because no one wants to go during the week. People want to go in the evenings and weekends. I will be going to London on the Saturday before Christmas. It's become an annual tradition. Not with the same people. Did like 3 years with one of the same people. Right. Shove my thing in. Reverse into forward. Can you go? If you want to come with me to London for the day, of course you can. Right. Unlock doors. Right, so where are we stopping? Birmingham. Really? Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's a non-stop service. Okay, so it's a long run then to Birmingham. Sammy, thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to Insanity. Okay. You did select a route. Which, hang on, let me go back. Okay, all right. Okay, no, it's fine. No, Nigel. Oh, it'd be unfortunate if that delayed someone, wouldn't it? That would be a real shame. Okay, let's try one of the other routes then. Start again. I'm not starting the stream again. Right, 170. We'll just take the standard one then. Wolverhampton to Birmingham. Right, we'll do this one. Again. That's what he said. Do. I've forgotten what the Train Sim World 5 music was. I really liked it as well, but I've just got so used to this one now. They're really good. Right. We're on the same platform. Which is slightly concerning. Stopping at Birmingham. Okay, it's going to be a non-stop run then, isn't it, to Birmingham New Street in the 170. Okay. It's fine. It gives us a run in this. Anyone know where the lights are on this thing up here? Day. Right. No. Fine. No. Okay. We'll prove the point. We'll try that. There was a 33-minute one there, wasn't there? Right. 170. Cross City. It wasn't that version. It wasn't that one. There. Wolverhampton to Birmingham. 33 minutes. If this is now just a 33-minute run, I'm going to ban Simhaven. That's Western Main Lines, Trent. That's the wrong route. Because there wasn't a link to this when I started doing it, because it wasn't out on Steam. No, it's a 33-minute run into... Right, solid. No, we're just going to do it now. Right, say goodbye to Sim, everybody. Are you sure you checked it? Right, it's fine. Look, it's a 170 run. It's a non-stop run. It's okay. Lucky old Sim. You shouldn't want to leave. We should be encouraging people to join. How hard is it to check how to get the timetable? You have to wait till you're in the train to see where it stops. And it stops at New Street. Exactly. Hang on, I didn't unlock the doors. It's fine. We get to go into 170. Bit of a dash to Birmingham. Whoa, hang on. If you're not allowed to leave, so can I. We just have people follow. We can't talk about deserting the ship. Let's all go to the pub. Suggested at work the other morning. You'll stay. Oh, so I keep the annoying one. Hang on, you're all can't leave before the 31st or 12th. I have promised I'll be here for my birthday. And then I'll leave. My birthday stream will be my last ever one. I was discussing today about building a new computer desk. I've got to take some measurements on Friday and of the computer desk. Yeah, I'll stream up to New Year's Eve and then that's it. I won't stream. Nothing in January. February the 9th I'll stream and then that's it. With nothing in between. I need a tape measure for that. I've got the one by the bed. I've got tape measures actually. I've got a couple of them downstairs. Ninth of February. It is a Monday. I will be here on my birthday. When are we in Brussels? Well, hopefully coming back on that Monday. Am I giving up streams? It's a running joke. Right, 12. It's all it is 12 miles. And we got. I only got 33 minutes to do 12 miles. Are you disappointed by that, Nigel? So we're going to arrive in Birmingham very early. Because, does it actually say there? It doesn't actually say what time we're supposed to arrive. I've got no plans on going anywhere. I said I'll be here as long as you guys keep watching me be here. Oh, hang on, I haven't turned my thingy on. There we go. Well, we got 75 coming up. So unless it is just going to be reading me. Right, so we're going to take this back to Birmingham. Then we're going to grab a Voyager. And I think there was one that goes to Stafford. Although we could take the Voyager all the way to Crewe because, well, this is going to take less time than I thought. Can we just stop at a few random stops? "5 years and 8 months. Is that how long I've put up with you, Trent? It's on a cooldown sim. Is that a station? Oh, it's a bridge. Look like a station. Yeah, I can't see how this is a 33-minute timetabled run. Unless it's taking us a longer way or something. It can't be. Because there's only one bit of track. Am I confusing stations and bridges? Well, our ex-comrade confused bridges and combine headers. So it's a difficult thing, easy thing to do. Pizza. I had pizza tonight. Double pepperoni. Yeah, but yours wasn't pepperoni though, was it? Yours was probably cauliflower and lettuce. Cheese and tomato. Classic. That's acceptable. This is Iceland. They're cheap ones. They got smaller, definitely, but one of those for a meal is perfectly fine. You had carabanra, did you? Had carabanra. Is he a nice guy? Trent, it's going to take many attempts if Trent's going to try and spell carbonara. Carnabra. Caravan run? I don't think Trent had a run around the caravan. I got pasta. I don't know if I have pasta tomorrow night or corned beef and mash. Capybara, isn't that some sort of bird? Or is that a kookaburra? Big guinea pig type thing. We had one of those in the community. You can't eat one of those, can you? I suppose you could grill it. You probably have to peel it first. These are cute. Oh, okay. Well, don't look at it while you're peeling it and cooking it then. Copacabana. Don't get that confused with your Carbonara. You weren't going to do that to one. We can't talk about what you were thinking about doing to one. That's also illegal. Right, we've got 8 miles to go and about 25 minutes to get there. Are we going to do it? Is it? Yeah, so don't do that. Stop it. Not advisable. Capybara Hub. Some of the Blues Brothers. Have you got the sunglasses? They're good films. I actually quite liked Blues Brothers 2000 with John Goodman in, and that the kid. That was really good. So there is a train. I see a train. That's a Voyager. Not very long, are they? You'd think, being a cross-country type train, that they'd be, you know, longer in the length department. No, the train. But all the ones I've seen have only been like 4 or 5 carriages, and pretty much every single one I've seen has always been full. It's like, yeah, we're going to have as few amount of carriages as you can get, and we'll cram as many people on it as we can. We can all wish to be longer. This is true. Right, the braking thing has happened. Exactly, you're on about obviously the length of the train there, Colin. I still don't know how it's going to take us another 20 odd minutes to do 5 miles, unless it's just going to stick us on a red outside of New Street for like 15 minutes. So we know now that the 323s are a stopping service and this isn't. It knows I'm going to run a red. Again, no faith or confidence in me, have you? None of you. Actually, we got a red. That train's going to Shrewsbury. It is slanderous. I don't deserve this. Nor do I cry myself to sleep every night. Okay, some nights. Okay, not in a while, but that's not the point. We all do, don't we? That's because you're dreaming about capybaras. I do watch QI. I'm moving around my bedroom this weekend. That's going to really confuse me. Well, I've got a really huge chest of drawers that I bought off my boss at work, and it's right next to the bed. I don't like it. I want to stick a little bracket thing on the side of it to put the phone on when it's on charge. And the remote controls and my watches and the clock radio are right up on top of it. So I thought, right, I'm going to make the most of the time. Move the room around. I'm going to put an oven in there. No, I'm not Trent. Right, so I reckon we're following something into New Street then, because there's a red the other side of this next station. And then when we get into New Street, it's Voyager time. We'll see if we can find one going all the way to Crewe. We got the time. And say next week then, we'll do the 150 run. We'll do the IET, and then we'll jump in a steam train, because that'll go well. Probably stop trains in the other run. Well, no, because I deleted a train. Hopefully it is just something on a stopping service, maybe a 323 in front of us on a stopping service that we're stuck behind now. I'll have a look at the map when we stop. See what there is. Yeah, definitely another reason to like this route is because you have got these slower services, say like the 323 one, if you got the layering on, that have the stops. I know it's a red. What do you think? Do you think I'm not going to stop or something? I get slanderous. As if I've got any reputation for ever running a red. Well, that's red. Okay, so that's red there. That's red there. Ah, okay, so there's a train in front of me. What are you? Wolverhampton to Rugeley. So it's the 323 in front of me then. Yeah, so we are stuck behind it while it's doing a stopping service. See, it's where you need a little lay-by, you know, overtaking lane. You just switch tracks, go part, bit Wallace and Gromit style. You just lay your own track in front of yourself. Passing point. Yeah. Overtaking lane. You know what I mean. Good. People started knowing what I meant. I'm doing something wrong. Right, we're 3 miles away. And then we'll jump in Voyager. Oh, we haven't been horny tonight, have we? Well, that sounds sad. That's the world's saddest train horn. I'm a train. Wow. My horn was on the wonk there. No, I'm thinking it. I'm not saying it. Alright, we know we've got a yellow in front, so it's pointless me accelerating too much because the only thing that end up stopping. So we may as well just coast our way in until we get some clear signals. Yeah, I don't know why this was a 33-minute run when it's going to be about 15, 18 maybe. Timetabling is definitely a bit odd. It's like they just guessed at a time rather than have someone, you know, actually do the run and go, yeah, it's about 20 minutes. Or it's just going to stop me right outside New Street and go, no, you want to park here until we can accept you into the station, because they've gone all posh in New Street. Tomorrow night, new game time. What's it called? I have to keep looking at Steam. Seafarer the Ship Sim tomorrow night. Yeah, you park a train. That's what you do. You're not up on the lingo, Colin. Yeah, Seafarer the Ship Sim tomorrow. Thursday night, got some OMSI 2. Going to be doing the West Country in that. Friday night is some trucking and tunes, songs or artists. Starting with the letter A to make it simple, because you all got confused by food. Saturday may or may not be here. We'll confirm that during the day on Saturday. And then Sunday lunchtime here with some farming. Sunday night back with something. And then Monday night could be here with some Train Sim Classic. Next Tuesday, more of this, where we'll do IET run, 150 run, and some Steam run. Next Tuesday. So lots to come. Right, braking. "5 years and 6 months. You're another COVID person then." A lot of people followed during COVID. It's because I was doing like 3 streams a day some days over COVID. People just sat around bored, weren't they? Oh, I'll flick around on Twitch, see what's going on. It's like found some buffoon running red lights on Train Sim and thought, okay, this guy's an idiot. Lots of the braking. Gotta say, I think I said this the other day, I'm not a fan of Birmingham New Street as a station. I preferred it the old way. You must have been bored then to find me after COVID. Well, indeed. certainly attract the odd ones. Quite a few trains in here. You're not odd, really. Right, so it's been about 19 minutes. You're normal, but you realise we have met you. Yeah, so do you want to retract that previous statement? Thank you.
West Midlands Railway service to Walsall. The train at platform 3 is the 0921.
Can trains be delayed? Currently satellite. Been here for 19 minutes. Says the map delayed by 51 minutes.
Only. Will passengers intending to travel on this service please join the train now, as it is ready.
It could be an AI glitch. You might be even more odd now. Why? What have you done?
Railway service to Rugeley Trent Valley, which is ready to leave. Platform 7 for the 0950 cross-country service to
Nothing.
Birmingham New Street, calling at Birmingham.
Calling at Right. So that was Trent. We've gone Birmingham to Wolverhampton in the 323. We've just done the 170 back to Birmingham. Now it's Voyager time, which if you've got the layering turned on in the menu and you've got other routes installed, you can use the Voyager in this. So we'll jump in the Voyager. So if you've got the Riviera line and this route, you will get this to be able to do. We will do... Well, that's a longer one, isn't it? Doesn't necessarily mean anything, does it? That's going from Crewe to Birmingham. We want to go the other way, don't we? They're about 40 minutes, aren't they? I'm always thinking that's going to be a non-stop run. Hang on, that's Stafford. Crewe to Birmingham. Does it not go back the other way? No. What? So we go... Huh. So it only goes Crewe to Birmingham. It doesn't go Birmingham to Stafford. Okay, we'll do as I originally was going to do then. We'll take one from Birmingham to Stafford and see where it stops, and then we'll see what we can get from Stafford. Okay, let's do that then. So Birmingham back to Stafford, and then see if there's anything coming through at Stafford that happens to be going to Crewe. God mode. I don't install God mode. I don't think it works. I haven't tried it. Let's see. I bet it'd be a non-stop run to Stafford. Oh no, Wolverhampton, Stafford. Okay, we've got no windows, got no... Yeah, opening windows. Yeah, God mode doesn't work. Well, this is a layered service, isn't it? This thing got... No, it's combined, isn't it? Okay, that's fine. This takes us to Stafford then. and then we'll see what we can get from Stafford. See if we can get back up to Crewe. There might be a 350 coming through. We can jump on at Stafford and take over. That'll take us another half an hour up to Crewe. They're fairly frequent services, just because we're no God mode. We don't want to be hanging around for like 20 minutes. We'll see what we can do. Or if not, we'll spawn a service from Crewe and go to Stafford. So at least we've done the whole line then. There is a plan of sorts. So is that over there? Yeah, so it's busy. There's a lot going on. Look, a couple of trains in down there. Us here. 1, 2, 3. They're going over there. It's certainly the busiest that New Street's been in Train Sim World. Right, lock the doors. And then we'll make our way to Stafford.
The next station is Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly.
I wasn't expecting that. What? I was expecting announcements in this. I thought it was only the 350. Hang on, does that mean we're going to get them in the IET as... Ooh. Okay, yeah, I wasn't expecting announcements in the Voyager. It's actually nice to see this off the Riviera line. I wonder where else this will turn up. I wonder if we get any more layering with the Voyager on. Same with the IET, really. It's on Manchester Airport. Oh, you did say that the other day, didn't you? Yeah, I do want to look once I've done, so we can do this again next week. No, my luck, there'll be another DLC out just after that. Well, I think I might have something coming in November. Then I do want to start going back round some of the other routes and having another look at them. I say Christmas, I do want to do the run up the West Coast main line. So over a couple of days or a couple of streams, we'll see if we can go from London as far north. So we'll do London to Milton Keynes, so Birmingham to Crewe, and then Preston to Carlisle. I can't remember whether the other one, Crewe to Preston, was going to be out in the next 3 months. Whether that was on the longer plan. I think I should know these things, shouldn't I? Oh, hang on. I always forget because I never put it on by default, because otherwise it'd be on the German stuff and on the American stuff, and that's just way too confusing. Right, out into the daylight. $11 miles to Wolverhampton. So this isn't very long, is it? 4-car. You would think these things would be a lot longer. Ah! Okay, I got slightly squished. Well, now I've got a bridge in them. That's better.
Oh, yeah.
John, thanks very much for the follow. Welcome to whatever the heck this is. I still haven't worked it out. Welcome to the madness. Pull up a chair. Not that one. Don't sit in that. Any chair apart from that one. Or that one. Don't sit on that one. Or that stall over there. Apart from that, you're fine. Don't sit next to Trent. Don't sit next to Tiger. Other than that, you're okay. Hey, no, farming's on Sunday. They join them together. Is that a technical term for when they join them together? Oh, the only problem now, without God mode, I can't relinquish the service. So I've got to wait. How else do you word it? When they do the coupley kissy thing. That. Right, we've got 9.3 miles to Wolverhampton in it. Back to Wolverhampton. Actually, we could see what's behind us at Wolverhampton. See what the next service is, because then that should be roughly the same time behind us. I think it could be like 10 minutes behind. It's Wolverhampton, the new Didcot. Yeah, in and out of Wolverhampton. It was flipping New Street. Remember last year? Going up there to tick off stations for the day. And literally, I think we must have gone through New Street about a dozen times. Everything we had to do went through New Street. Oh, look, back at New Street again. Fed up of New Street. I was like, right, I don't want to change at New Street. Well, you know, unfortunately, we've got to change at New Street. Like, really? See what you want on this. I didn't. The 350. I quite enjoyed that yesterday. Because you had that intermediate stop, wouldn't it? It wasn't just a run to Wolverhampton. I do get why this is realistically just stopping at Wolverhampton and then Stafford. Hopefully someone does a branding pack for this to add in the liveries. London Northwestern. I'm guessing it's a licensing thing. Although they're on the announcements, bizarrely. Okay, they're close together. Bing! It feels slower in this than it did in the 350. It's just seeing whether our track speed surely shouldn't be a slower speed because of this train. It did seem as though we were going faster in the 350 and the 323, although the 323 I suppose we were stopping more often. wider windows. Yeah, it just looks like we're going slower. And less noise from outside, I suppose. You've only got the noise of the engine. A bit like being in a quiet car, isn't it? Did I? I say a lot of things. You honestly expect me to remember the drivel I come out with? That's what you lot are here for. I preferred the IET to the Voyager on the Riviera line. We're trying to forget all you say. Well, yeah, thank you. The 802. It stands for something, but ex-comrade always used to call it an IET. The cucumber in the GWR thing. 802, 805, 801, whatever they are. Intercity Express train? Is it that simple? I don't know. I don't speak train. You're meant to listen. Yes, you are meant to listen. There will be a quiz at the end of the year. The new style HST semi-electric thing. That's the one. Which they do sound good on diesel. They're not very comfortable. Seats aren't that comfortable. Bing. Right, so 4 miles from Wolverhampton. We've got a temporary speed limit coming up. Okay, so I won't do the accelerating then. But yeah, I've got to say, between the Voyager and the IET, I prefer the IET. Or the HST. HST, yes. That won't run up here. I'm guessing it was before Voyagers, it was HSTs everywhere. Yeah, after sitting in standard class to Cornwall and back last year, the 800 seats, not that comfortable. When I go again in January, I'm going to be going first class, don't you know? I think I might go for the weekend this time. Go down on the Saturday, come back on the Sunday. Spend a bit of time down in that there Penzance. Yeah, I like that. And I've turned off the train thoughts because I found them annoying. I think most people have from the feedback I'm getting. I think everyone's turned them off. But I quite like these temporary speed limits and the longer red changes. I've never done a sleeper train. Me and our ex-comrade were actually discussing doing it. For me, though, the issue was, obviously I have to leave Swindon, get the train to London, get the overnight train, although it doesn't come through Swindon, back past Swindon, technically, all the way down to Penzance. You get up in the morning, having arrived in Penzance, and you go, I've got to get home now. Then I've got to get a train all the way back to Swindon. So it's like, okay, I can see the benefit to it. You know, I've discussed doing the Amtrak in America. I think that's different because it's a couple of days, but to get on the train, just go to sleep because there's nowhere else you can go. You literally got your little cabin, and that's it. It's beds. So you get on, it leaves at like 11 o'clock at night, you get to Penzance like 7 in the morning or something. And so you get on, you go to bed, you wake up, you're in Penzance. So if you're going down there on holiday and you can afford the money and you live in London, it's great. Other than that, I'd rather just travel down normally. I quite liked the journey by train. You get dinner and breakfast. Yeah, but still. No, I shall wait and maybe one day do the Amtrak. Going up through the Rockies. Right, we got a 30. As we're approaching Wolverhampton, I wonder if we'll get an announcement then, because I wasn't expecting them on this. Well, yeah, there is that, Nige. That's where you travel down during the day. I think we got back. We left here at like 6 o'clock one morning, I think it was. First time we went. I think we got back here at like 20 past 10 at night. But we only had like 4 hours down there. That was a long day. Enjoyable, but a long day. This year was better because I didn't actually go all the way to Penzance. Went to Truro and then got the train down to Falmouth. And I was very happy because I had a Cornish pasty in Falmouth.
We are now approaching Wolverhampton.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the train.
I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting announcements. Yeah, Crewe is, again, one of those places that I think it'd just be awesome to visit. I do like Scotland. I really must go back to Scotland. I only spent a couple of days up there in Edinburgh and Perth. And where was we staying? Yeah, Perth. And Dundee. Went to Dundee. Nice little hotel right by Perth Racecourse as well we stayed in. Right, arriving at Wolverhampton. Right, what I might do is bail on this one here and then just quickly have a run and see what there is going to Crewe. These always seem to be revving quite high, these things.
This is Wolverhampton. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is Stafford.
Okay. So... okay, I won't get out that door then. Right. There was a train over here I think I spotted. No, I didn't.
Service, please join.
14:19 to Shrewsbury. So there's a train in 4 minutes. But we can't take that one, can we? Oh, let's go to Cosford. I like Cosford. Oh, hello, sorry. Right, okay, so we can't take that. $14.40 is the next one there. And that's going to Exeter. Right, okay. So we have to take this to flipping Stafford then, aren't we? Okay. Let's see what there is at Stafford. Right, 15 miles to Stafford. I bet it'll be nothing when we get there. A little bit of speeding. Right, so we go over here to the right, so indicator on. And off we go to Stafford. And we should get a higher speed section now, so it shouldn't take that long to get there. Problem is, there's anything behind us. We can't, unless I just delete this train. If there's something a couple of minutes behind us, I have to delete this train. Poor passengers, they'll be fine. Yeah, you could get out at any station, look at the timetable, say, but you'd have to delete the train you're in, and then you could just jump on the next train that's stopping there. So you could just get off at one of those little intermediate stations. That's where God mode is good, because if you've got 20 minutes for the next train, you speed up time. That's where we did West Coast Main Line South, wasn't it, earlier in the year, where Ethan had worked out a timetable where we got off at certain places because there was a train coming, and then you hopped on that one. So you can actually do that. You could go, right, if we take this to there, get off, there'll be a train coming from here going back the other way, get off that, turn around. You know, you could almost do what he used to do and tick off all the stations, so you could bounce backwards and forwards down the line. So you could go, right, I'm going to go all the way to Crewe, I'm going to come back 2 stops, get off, get the next train north again, get off at that stop, get the next train 2 stops down, go back up again, so bounce up and down the line. So you could then drive a train from every single stop. But some of them, I should imagine, you'd have quite a bit of a wait. Right, we've got a 110 limit coming up. And then a 125 limit. Now that's unusual. I bet that'll be quite short-lived. And I bet this thing won't even get there, because I'm flat out. Come on then. 350 going the other way. Well, the only other line in Train Sim World, I think, in the UK that you can do 125 on I want to say is the Great Western Express. So I don't even... can you do 125? Is 125 in East Coast Main Line? Southeastern High Speed. Yes. Good point. Southeastern High Speed. Yeah, that's 186. That's rapid. We've done the Eurostar. You don't appreciate the speed. And it's like, holy crap, yeah, we're going quite fast now. And it slows down through the tunnel. Like 135, something like that, I think it is, through the tunnel. Which is still pretty quick. $117. Okay, yeah, that's feeling quite rapid now. There we go, 125. And we got a red. Well, 125 briefly. Although 3 miles away. That keeps moving down, then we're following something doing a similar speed to us. Yeah. Let's open the throttle again then. Right, so Stafford's as far as this service is going. Because it carries on to Manchester R. But again, we've got Manchester, haven't we? A purchase may have just been made. What for this? Fair play. Well, that's the problem, isn't it, Sim? It's all these little connections that probably wouldn't take much. I don't know what the distance is between Stafford and Manchester. You know, how far is Stafford from the airport commuter one? And is that the same line they come in on? It's something that you think, a little tiny connection. You know, could you extend airport commuter? Or would you do that? I get why they've done Crewe. It's actually a good link, isn't it? Birmingham to Crewe. That's the next, you know, Crewe's quite a big hub, as it were. We've got a few routes coming. I'm looking forward to the to Darmy line. Looking forward. There's a route coming up in Portugal as well. That's going to be interesting. Right, so we've got 95. Then we've got a 60. That's the speed limit change. Crewe is closer to Manchester. for me, the obvious next choice if someone was doing a UK route is Milton Keynes to Birmingham. Which is what we thought we were getting with the East Coast Main Line South. West Coast Main Line South. We thought we were getting Birmingham to Euston. So Milton Keynes to Birmingham via the Northampton loop would be flipping awesome. So then you'd get those 350s coming in. Again, the people that have done this, I don't know how long it's taken them to do this, but surely if they're going, right, that's done, and they look at the success of it, then surely they must be going, right, what's next? Yeah, something like that would be awesome, wouldn't it? And that's why, you know, I'm glad we're getting like extensions to like the London Overground going down to Richmond. Shame it's not Clapham. Right, so in we come into Stafford.
We are now approaching Stafford.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
See, those announcements just make all the difference. Right, we'll have a look and see what there is coming through Stafford then. And if there's anything going to Crewe. No, I think there may have been a patch today.
This is Stafford. This is a cross-country service to Manchester Piccadilly. The next station is
Calling at Manchester Piccadilly.
The next station is nothing. Okay, there are still a few bugs then. And we got a lot of outside engine noise when the doors open. I think it's because I've got that door's open as well. There you go. That's better. That's probably realistic. Right, so lock the doors. We'll then go back into free roam and then see what else is coming out of here. Okay. Let's get out of here then. There we go. Right. So the 1454 is the next one on there. There's nothing going out of there. Let's just jump across here. 1440 to Birmingham. Or 1528 going down to Bournemouth. There. 1441 going to Crewe. So 12 minutes. And then that's going to be going back south then, isn't it? Yeah, going to Euston to 1444. So the next train is 12 minutes. Wouldn't have been a problem if I had God mode. Well, I'm not going to hang around here for 12 minutes. Because that's a long time to hang around. So what I might have to do is go back into the timetable then, and we just do it. We'll go to Crewe, and then we'll take one from Crewe, and then come down. So at least we've done the whole line tonight. So we'll jump in at 350 because we'll do the IET next time. So we'll jump back into 350. We'll go back into 350-1 and do a service from Crewe. There we go. You go into free roam at the time it comes in. Oh, what time was it? 1440. Was it 1440? It was, wasn't it? Or 1441, wasn't it? It came in. Was anyone paying attention? Wolverhampton. Oxley Car Maintenance Depot. 1440 to Birmingham. No, it's the Crewe one. Stafford. $14.41, yeah. Okay, so if we go in at 1440 at Stafford. Okay, let's have a look. See how quickly I can run. And these then we do Stafford to Crewe. Oh God. I reckon it's this.
The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be the 1444 Avanti West Coast service to London Euston.
Typically I've got to run round this bloody thing now that's...
Platform 1 for the 14. Platform 1 for the 14.
Right, I reckon it's this 350 down here then.
Calling at London Euston only. The next train to arrive at platform 5 will be the
Right, I bet you're the Crewe, aren't you?
railway service to
Crewe.
Calling at Stoke-on-Trent, Kidsgrove, Alsager, and Crewe. Platform 5 for the
You. Out.
Western Railway
There we go.
service.
That was good timing. Nice one, Sim. Right, forward. Lock doors. Right, there we go. Oh, a non-stop run to Crewe. 24 miles.
Welcome aboard this London North Western Railway service to Crewe. We'll be calling at Crewe only.
Lots of non-stop runs in this one tonight then.
Please familiarise yourself with the safety notices displayed throughout the train.
Right, but at least we've done a full run. So yeah, so there's an advantage to just hopping in and...
If you see something that doesn't look right, speak to staff or text the British Transport Police on 61016. We'll sort it. See it? Say it. Sorted.
So yeah, that shows that there can be an advantage. Obviously, God mode is brilliant on PC, but you can just hop around, find it at the time, go back at the time till mode, arrive a couple of minutes for that train, jump on it, steal it, and go. Right, so a 23-mile dash to Crewe in the 350-2. That's a long one. That's a very long one. It's fairly long. One, two, three, four. Yeah, an 8 car. Right, to Crewe we go. So yeah, so next week we'll jump in the IET. So maybe we'll start with a 150 run. Then do the IET up to Crewe. So do a 4-line run in the IET. And then see if we can find something steamy. A bash at the steam train. So yeah, 3 streams on one route. That's a sign of a good route for me. It is, just because there's so many different things you can do. We haven't even looked at freight. There's all those freight depots and things. I don't normally do freight, but they could be interesting. Exactly. FR8. Uh-oh, temporary speed limit. Oops. It's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Are we getting overtaken? Yes. That's the point. Hang on. Oh, people missed it. Last Thursday was payday on the farm. Missed it again. Third Thursday of the month, between 3 a.m. and 3:02 a.m. You know, he'd hang around an extra minute as well. So hang on, so both these lines going the same way? That can't be right, surely. So where's the southbound stuff go? Or is that sodded off somewhere else? Oh, there it is over there. Hey? That's gone. Okay. So the north, it's got. Right? I'm confused. Obviously, it went round something. So is that going to slow us down at some point then when it stops? I'm guessing it will. How am I? Good. Yeah, see, this feels quicker than the Voyager. Whether it's because the track noise, the wind noise, I actually quite like now how the 350 sounds. How's the meetup? Good. Good fun. Really good fun. Crammed a lot into a weekend, which was great. Yeah, we had this discussion yesterday, I think, didn't we? There's no intermediate stops. Yeah, it just, I don't know, it does have that effect. Oh. Freighty stuff. Yeah, I think the Voyager, you're quite isolated from the noise and from like the track movement. God, this is busy, isn't it? quite cocooned, whereas this you're not. But no, I definitely do like the route. So Christmas, I think we're going to have to do a start at Euston. We have a problem. Go up to Milton Keynes, try and continue on with the same service and pick that up at Birmingham, and then take that to Crewe, then go up to Preston, and then do Preston to Carlisle, and then maybe do the Glasgow to Edinburgh. Or look at what there is from Glasgow. So almost do a slightly hoppy like tour over the Christmas streams. But I want to do other things over Christmas as well. And that's the bus has had an update today, adding in AI buses finally. So maybe next week, we're planning for next Thursday. Maybe we'll have another look at the bus in multiplayer. So there's a few things I want to do. We haven't touched base with the Sims for a while. So Christmas is going to be one of those that's going to be quite, considering the Saturday before Christmas I won't be here, then we'll have the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday for Christmas Eve. I'll be here so Christmas Day and Boxing Day won't be doing a lunchtime stream. Then the 27th, 28th I will, and the 29th we're in Manchester to go and see Ed. Then it'll be the 30th, 31st. So there aren't many lunchtime streams over Christmas. We'll be here every evening apart from the 20th and the 29th. Right, so 11 miles to Crewe. And what we'll do is we'll have a look at how difficult Steam is going to be ready for next week. How was work today? Good. A few problems thrown at me, but was actually quite busy all day, which was rather nice. I did the stupid thing yesterday of starting to watch The West Wing again from episode 1. Couldn't find anything to watch on YouTube at lunchtime. At The West Wing on my Google Drive. And today was episode 2. So here we go again then. Oh, they're still aware of my days off. Yes. Even my boss has forgotten. So if I can survive to like Thursday afternoon and no one knows, especially because I unlock the office in the morning, people will come up, go to open the office door to go in and be like, oh, look over, my car isn't there. Oh, no, Steve. Let me put a note on some Swindon community page. What, that I've got a day off? A lot to do on Friday. A lot of videos I want to record on Friday. Well, between Friday and Monday. I'm not going to try and do them all on Friday, but I still don't know what I'm doing on Saturday. Need to come up with a plan. Well, no, because we don't want people to know that I'm not in, because then they'll be getting me to do stuff on Thursday that otherwise they would have waited till Friday. So I want to keep it hush hush. I'll just put me out of office on about 4 o'clock. It will be funny. Thanks. If I'm sat here Friday night or Thursday night in Omsey, stressed, shouting at passengers, moaning at... Oh, it's normal, isn't it? What do you mean you want a ticket? What sort of thing do you think I'm offering here? You make the passengers listen to the radio. Of course you do. Cornish radio by any chance? Another reason never to get in a car with Tiger. You talk to mine. You do. You call them ducks and things. It's a sign of loneliness, Trent. There've been fireworks going off last night at like 10 o'clock. I thought, I'm trying to sleep here. Bad enough at Christmas. You get that, you know, New Year's Eve starts on about the 26th. Right, 4.3 miles into Crewe. Again, I said this yesterday. This is one of those relaxing routes that I think, because you've got these longer stretches in trains like this, it actually means that you just end up being so chilled. What does make it a good route. Yeah, I do need to go back and explore some of the routes we haven't done in a long time. The UK ones anyway. But no, my luck, there'll be, since I start doing that, there'll be another route coming out. Right, 75 limit. Slowly. Oh, and it's a red. Right. That's definitely some braking. So it'd almost be realistic. I used my throttles for brake and stuff, and I used that, which sit behind my farm sim panel, and I used the top right button on my farm sim panel for the AWS. So I took my hand off the throttle and down onto the farm sim panel. This is where I think it'd be quite handy. What if you could rig up the... What if I could rig up my like pedal on my G27, so an accelerator pedal or something for the AWS? What if that could be a thing? Because I could just stamp the I might have to look at that. Just imagine you could, because it's just a button, isn't it? You can just treat it as a button for the AWS. Right, into Crewe. Yeah, it's a shame we couldn't get as far as the Heritage Centre last night. Yeah, exactly. So I just wonder if I can actually map it. Because apart from when I do flight, the G27 pedals always stay where they are, and the wheels
We
where
are
it
now approaching
is.
Crewe. Please mind the gap when leaving the train and step onto the platform before removing heavy luggage and pushchairs. Whilst at the station, if you see something that doesn't look right, speak to our team or text the British Transport Police on 61016.
Someone said the other day that when we get the Tadami line, the announcements are certainly going to be interesting. Well, we got them in German, didn't we, on the German route, telling you which side the door was going to be, etc. It's making me look forward to new routes more and more now. Yeah, it's fine. That's what the buffers are there for, isn't it? So he's just announced our service, calling it Crewe only, and that then becomes the 1554 to London, testing the buffers. Look, I'm real. The camera must have such a big bounding box around it that you get the camera collisions whenever someone walks into it. That's a lot of people getting off that train. Many boardies.
London Northwestern Railway service to Crewe, calling at Crewe only.
It is like that on the peak Waterloo services, yeah. I've been there. I made a mistake of going into Waterloo at rush hour. And it's like, it was fine down near Shepperton, getting on the train, empty. Okay, as you get towards like Twickenham, getting busier. You get to Wimbledon. Okay, this is really busy now. Get to Charing Cross, like, holy crap! And then there's just a mass of people heading for the gates at Waterloo. Right. So, let's see what this is all about then, shall we? We're not going to do a full run. I couldn't do that every day. The only thing is, my reverser, I use buttons for, so I don't know how that's going to work. This is going to go well, isn't it? So it's a stop at Wolverhampton and Birmingham. You've never done steam in Train Sim World. It's I don't know how it's going to work with my throttles now. Brakes I've got on one, and I've got the throttle on the other, but the reverser, which is what you need, say it's set on buttons. So this is going to be interesting. It's either going to pull away or it's not. Unlock doors. It says wait until 13:17, but I can. There we go. I'm not going to I'm just going to get it moving out the station, and then we'll see if we can get it up to speed I love the engineering behind Steam. I'm just not a Steam fan. Yeah, how do they drive with a view like this? It's like, yeah, there's all this stuff in the way. Right, lock doors. Right, stop in 37 miles. Okay, so brakes. On running. Wait for the brake pressure to come down. So, reverser. In forwards. And then, let's give it some beans. Nothing. Okay, is it not working my throttles? Oh, there we go. Well, it's moving. That's because using my throttle. Obviously, it's not modelled for this. So I have to use keys. I've got to close my cock. I thought it was a lever. Anyone know where my cock is? There we go. Well, we managed to get, hang on. Let's see if we can get some speed up. Well, I think that's our thumbnail. I was going to confuse people. Well, it's going. I'm not getting any quicker. I think I should have the auto fireman on. Hopefully. .34 is a great speed. You don't need to go any faster than that. Like, yeah, we might be slightly late getting to Wolverhampton. I don't know, 36. .37. Makes me appreciate the Voyager. Okay, I'm guessing doing that isn't really ideal. Blowing off the steam. Yeah, it's going to be interesting when we do. Maybe the Flying Scotsman wasn't the best one to jump into. Maybe I should have jumped into the other one. Although the principle's the same, isn't it? Surprisingly, Steam hasn't really been requested in Train Sim World, which is why they haven't really done many more. It's just not proven to be that popular. I think they were hoping that the Flying Scotsman would entice people in, but it just hasn't. It's obviously me, not... It is a balancing act between regulator and reverser to get speed. The station announcements do, yeah. But not on the trains. Or, yeah, not on other trains. It seems to be slowing down. Passengers going the other way going, okay. Although it's a fairly common sight, seeing rail tours nowadays on the main line. Haven't they got to be equipped with modern signalling equipment to be able to run on the main line? No, only on the trains that come with the route, or the Voyager. Hang on, we're gaining speed. A whopping 43. Could I have finally found the sweet spot? And no, don't worry, we're not going all the way to Wolverhampton. Trying to see if I can get a reasonable amount of speed out of this thing. Because obviously one of the challenges on the East Coast main line is to do the 100-mile-an-hour thing. Which I never did. You want to know the next bit of the Winnie the Pooh story? I'm actually going to record all of that this weekend as one little YouTube video, which is going to confuse people. Because people haven't necessarily been here for the end of it. There isn't many to go, so I do need to find something else. Start on Oliver Twist. I think short stories are better, aren't they? And I think what I'll do, not doing too much of a, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying just the fact that it's one line. And one day last week, I read it out and then read what was next. So I was actually excited for what came next. I know it's sad. I know it's a little, a little bit of fun at the end of the stream, but I really am enjoying it. So yeah. So when I record it for YouTube, people are going to be really confused. I'm not sure if I'll get copyright striked for having a picture of Winnie the Pooh. We'll find out. That's going to confuse people who don't watch the streams. But why is all of a sudden, why has he put out a video on reading Winnie the Pooh? I don't think we're going to get much more speed out of it than this. .52 seems to be the sweet spot. So maybe we won't be doing a full line run in Steam. Won't have to now. I think there's plenty we can do next week. We got the IET, we got the 150. Maybe do another 350 run. Or maybe look a bit of freight next week. We'll try that. We've done our bit of Steam. It's definitely a balance in the regulator and the throttle to get that bit of extra speed up. And you gotta speed it up and then you gotta slow it down. Pain is there's a long distance between where we were and the first station as well. So Stafford was the first station, so we can't even say we'll get as far as Stafford then stop, because that's going to take a while. Ow. Signal to the face. Yeah, well, we can get it moving. I actually find the 350 or the 323 more enjoyable to drive in this. Imagine if we had a red. Hang on, there's a yellow coming up. Oh God. I don't know how many miles we've done. Could we be approaching Stafford? That would be a... Oh no, it's gone green. The fact that this is chucked in the middle of a timetabled run as well. Let's look at the map. Oh, we're there. Is there anything? There's no more stations. Train coming the other way. Anything behind us? No. Nothing behind us. Oh God, hang on, we're speeding up. Just like unstoppable. That was a weird film. What was that TV series last year that was on the train in the UK that was just really, you know, the train carriages are about 18 feet wide, and it was just going everywhere in the UK. That was really odd. When it ended up smashing into Waterloo Station or something. Well, actually stopped at Waterloo Station. It was a night sleeper, that's the one, yeah. It was good, but just so unrealistic. Well, we got up to 70. That's something. Yeah, I don't think we're going to get as far as Stafford. I think it's too far away. But, well, we got some speed out of it. Look at the map. That's the bit where it split, wasn't it? Yeah. So Stafford's going to be just down here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there. So there's Stafford. So yeah, we got a long way to go. All the way down to here. Okay. We got 75. Right, let's bring the reverser down to 0. Let's slam on the brakes. See how long it takes it to stop. Blimey. Okay, that's better brakes than some modern trains. That's impressive. There we go. Right, so we've done a bit of Steam. We did some 323. We did some 170. We've done some Voyager. We did a bit of 350. Next time then, we're going to do the 150. We'll do the IET up to Crewe. And then we'll see if we can jump in and do a bit of freight. I don't really do freight. So we'll take the... I keep saying the IET. It's not. It's the Pendolino. So we'll do the Pendolino to Crewe. There's an hour and a quarter one there. So we'll do that. We'll do the 150 service, and then we'll see if we can do something a bit freighty. That's going to be next Tuesday. Next stream, though, is back tomorrow night for a new game. Seafarer, the ship sim. Hopefully it's better than the abomination that we did last week. Thursday night, we're back in Omsey doing the West Country. Friday night is some trucking and tunes. Saturday, I'll confirm during the day Saturday whether I'll be here Saturday night. If I am here Saturday night, I might even whip my wings out and a bit of a fly. And then Sunday lunchtime, back on the farm doing some farming. Sunday night, we'll be here with something. Maybe just something a bit fun. Something we haven't done in a while. Ooh, no. Anyway, something Sunday night. Monday night might be here with some Train Sim Classic. And then next Tuesday we'll be here with more of this. So there we go. So thanks very much to you lot in chat for keeping me company for the last 2.5 hours. And to people did things as well. So I better do the credity thing. There we go. Thanks to John, Sammy and Celtic Lover for following, Nigel for resubscribing, and Trenty for doing not a lot of moderation apart from adding in the DLC. Thank you, Trenty. There we go. I'll be back tomorrow night to play with something new. Not that. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. First, began Pooh, we need to find Rabbit and Tigger. Not that one. They can help us gather my honeypots. Piglet nodded eagerly, and we can ask Owl for directions.